So far in migrating our legacy graphics to TGML files, we've taken the default mappings as is and changed which component is being mapped. At last, let's take the final step and map a custom Genie. My graphics builder page contains a custom Genie simply called Table that displays several values from the device. In Graphics Editor, I've already created a custom component also called Table. Of course, they don't need to have the same name, but I like to keep things simple. Inside the component, I set the ID to Table. The ID is what the assistant uses to map objects. Also of note, my component's title is the top text object. We'll see why this is important. Finally, my values are all bound to the item names I want to display. Recall that bindings take on the name of the component dot the binding name. Our goal is to set the component's name to the fully qualified equipment name. To start mapping the Genie, there are two files I want to open that I can access from the Migration Assistant. Of course, I need the mapping file open, as that's what I'm going to edit. I also want to go ahead and process my floor plan. I haven't changed anything yet. I just want to open the Dumps folder. This folder has one XML file for each page. If I open mainlevel.xml, I can see all the objects detected on the page. There are many tags in this file, but I'm going to focus on the Page section for main level. Scrolling down, I find my Genie object named Table with the parameters that I'm looking for. These are the fields I need to map over to my new component. Returning to mappings.xml, I'll start creating a brand new mapping. This is a Genie map for the component Table. It will map the source Genie table from the library airport in the project airport project. I have two parameters I'd like to map over. Device is the I/O device name, and dev name is the text name. Let's start with device because we've seen that before. This will work the same as equip above, so I'll copy and paste that parameter from the previous map and change the names. Now the assistant will take the device parameter from the Genie, search for it in equip.dbf, and replace the component's name with the cluster.name. Perfect. We have something new for devname. I need to map the devname parameter to the content property of a text object. To do this, I'll add the output tag property and point it to the text tag inside my component. This will search the component for the first tag called text and modify its property. Finally, I'll paste in the scale metadata tag. Without this, the assistant will not scale the component at all to match the Genie. Note that the order of tags here is important. Parameter, metadata, source. The migration assistant will fail if these are out of order. At this point, I can save the mappings and rerun the migration assistant on this page. Returning to Graphics Editor, I can see that my component has been added, its name has been set, and has its title here. This is the general process for migrating graphics pages. Again, I refer you to the manual for details, but all objects will follow this method. Thank you.